Chair now recognizes the honourable member from Warwick South Central, constituency 26, MP Marc, being the leader of the opposition. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good afternoon to you and honourable colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I'm sure that the media is listening intently now because the opposition leaders only speak on another potentially contentious topic. So I'm going to be very careful in what I say, lest 3-4 words that I do say become the front page news for the next week and be used as a means of deflection from the 16-17 months of poor governance by the One Bermuda Alliance government. Mr. Speaker, this is a motion on the question of morality. I know the former member, the honourable learned member who just took his seat, made a distinction between the morality and the legality. But if you were to refer to the report, it's a moral question, not a legal question that we're speaking of. Now, I said it before, Mr. Speaker, the only title that we demand of one another, that you demand of us when addressing one another, is the title honourable. Correct, Mr. Speaker? Honourable is the only criteria that we demand to be called and to be addressed as when we sit in this house. Honourable means honesty. Now, I've already been politically crucified or attempted for being honest. And today, again, I will be honest because in front of my name says Honourable Leader of the Opposition. Now, I know that there's a lot of people who like to play this theatrical game up in this honourable chamber. But Lord knows I am not about theater. So we're going to have a brief and frank discussion on honor and morality. And in so doing, Mr. Speaker, in so doing, I will refer to myself. Now, for the media out there, let me say this very slowly. In referring to myself, I am not saying that I actually did these actions, because I know how that will be put on the front page too. But in order to have a degree of respect in this honorable chamber, it's best for me to refer to myself as an example or analogy, Mr. Speaker. The first thing I noticed, one or two members of this committee, one member in particular, has been disciplined by yourself, Mr. Speaker, which is your prerogative, for it's been revealed yesterday on the radio, wiretapping a member in this honorable precincts of the House. Wiretap. Or entrapment, Mr. Speaker. Now, that was a person who actually was part author of this report. And we're talking about hypocrisy? That's the first thing that people should know. But, Mr. Speaker, let me go and get a little deeper into the whole essence, because you know Spain's playing Netherlands right now. Well, Mr. Speaker, what if it's about morality, if it's about honor, what if I, Marc Bean, had employees imprisoned for drug smuggling on my property? Right? What if I, Marc Bean, was an elder of my community church, but got kicked out for stealing from the church while committing adultery on my wife? What if I, Marc Bean, was that person who had that type of behavior? Stealing from the church and committing adultery on my wife. What if I, Marc Bean, ended up in hospital, beaten, not from walking on the railway trail with my dog, but actually from committing adultery with my neighbor's wife? Marc Bean, you know, nobody else. What if I, Marc Bean, after canvassing under one party banner and being elected, defrauded my constituents only after being rejected for the third time in an internal leadership contest? Mr. Speaker, because we are speaking about honor and morality. What if I, Marc, as a sitting minister of government, a sitting minister of government, sought to give one of my political cronies an $8,000 a month consultant job in government? What if I, Marc, did that, Mr. Speaker? I ask all these questions, Mr. Speaker, and for the response, I will yield to the Honorable Member of Parliament from 33 who led off this motion. The Honorable Member from 33 to answer those questions. Based on those 4 or 5 what-ifs, I, Marc, did A, B, C, D, or E. What is this the character, I asked the Honorable Member who brought this motion, of a person who should sit in this Honorable House? And what is the measure that one can take to determine or expose those character flaws? Mr. Speaker, if this was true stick, I would drop my mic.